Hi, my name is Dave Kratzer, and I am the Vice President for Student Affairs at the University of Florida. Here at UF, we are committed to the complete college experience for each and every student. We recognize the world is not always a welcoming place for those who are perceived to be different. That's why the Division of Student Affairs is working together to create a campus that goes beyond tolerance to support and affirm every person that is part of the Gator Nation. Change doesn't happen overnight, nor does it happen in isolation. The only way to make our university a better place for our LGBTQ community is to join together, regardless of sexual orientation or gender, to take a stand against homophobia in its many forms and proudly say that the University of Florida is a safe and supportive place for all, no exceptions.
My name is Paul Favini, and I've been faculty at the University of Florida since the fall of 2000.
My name's Tara. My name is Lorna Bracewell.
My name is Lane Evans-Nelson.
My name is Tanya Bracci. I'm a third-year psychology major, and I go to the University of Florida.
I was aware, or just beginning to be aware of what you called, like what I felt.
The pressure of being different and the pressure of feeling like no one understands what you're going through.
I felt like an alien, a failure, like just kind of there was something broken about me. You know, I just couldn't get it right.
I wasn't anybody. I didn't really have a personality in high school.
It beats like in your heart like all the time. In your mind, that's all you think about.
I was just scared that people would judge me and people would see me differently than everyone else.
Trying to fit in and trying to, at the same time, dodge harassment or dodge suspicion, always existing in this paranoid state. You know, what if they found out?
Once I found this word, you know, I realized that was a lie. Like I wasn't a failure. Like I was a different thing.
It took a while for me to even be able to say to people, I'm gay.
I actually realized that, you know, I should face who I am and just go with it.
Looking at myself in the mirror and saying, you're gay, and then saying back, I'm gay. You know, like kind of like, yeah, that's right, I am.
And that's when I knew that everyone knew, like regardless that I told them or not.
The reaction was, yeah, I know. So I never got the shock factor out of all of that I had hoped to achieve.
I didn't think that he had ever caught on to anything I was doing or who I was.
Apparently people were betting that I was going to be gay anyways, so I thought that was kind of funny.
I mean, if they love you, they say they love you, then they probably know who you are and they'll accept you however you are.
There was this weight bearing down on my shoulders, and that I somehow had to carry it was suddenly lifted.
The immediacy of that experience was such that it was just immediately apparent to me that I was gay. That was the explanation.
It was lovely. It felt like I was finally able to be myself.
I really regret not just telling people, hey, listen, I'm gay. You know, I think I would have had such a better time.
I felt a lot like my life kind of made sense.
You need to have friends. You need to have people that support you and help you through the day. You can't do it alone.
You can be that one person that they confide in, and that makes them not do something that they'll regret in the future.
My friends are what got me through it.
Yes, there are people who will accept you, and no, there's nothing wrong with you. You may try to find something, but no.
Life can be good, and it just takes some time.
I knew I was going to be okay.
That I have to be enough for myself, and I have to be okay for myself before I can please anybody else in the world.
If they really criticize you, they're not worth the time. There's always going to be someone out there that's going to accept you just like you are.
All it takes is one person to love you and accept you for who you are.
I found my boyfriend 2 years in November. And he made me see things that I had never seen before.
I fell in love with a, I was going to say a woman, but we were so young, with a girl, when I was in college. And, you know, all of a sudden I realized, oh, that's what that feels like.
I have a terrific partner who I love very much.
It definitely gets better. You just have to hold on and maybe find one person you can latch on to, or just wait until you do find that person later on.
If you take your fear and just put it aside and stand up and loudly say, you know, and this is who I am, and you're not going to get me down, you'll be a much stronger person for it.
Not to be cliche, but it does get better.
The value of life is inestimable, right? You can't say it's good or bad, so I wouldn't say it gets better, but I would say it is, and that's wonderful.
Your happiness is your responsibility. That comes from within you. Somebody can't make you happy.
Whatever you're trying to figure out, keep figuring it out.
Everything will become, if not crystal clear, then a little bit transparent.
Falling in love and wanting to tell somebody about it was a great experience. And then having that support from my friends and inside my own self, knowing that I was enough.
Pride especially has been my support group. They have been so wonderful and so accepting, and I am part of the family now.
I'm starting to see more of an inclusion of the LGBT community. It's not just people in PSU. I see people in every single organization on campus.
Outlaw is an organization that strives to make the student body aware of the equality issues.
That warm, embracive community has really allowed people to grow at UF.
Gay is supposed to mean happy. It's supposed to mean carefree and joyous.
Making it better.
Making it better. It gets better.
Making it better.
Making it better.
Making it better.
It does get better.
Making it better.
It does get better.
Yeah, and it gets better. Boom. Boom.